Hi, everybody. Come on, it's me. Hi, everybody. Hi. Thank you. Great. Just want to check, everybody here is for the TEDx conference, yes? Excellent. Anybody here because you thought it was the AA meeting, just wandered in? Well, there's a little challenge with me in AA, and that is some people actually begin drinking after one of my presentations, so we have a little conflict there. Anyways, just to let you guys know, is I'm not a motivational speaker. That gets confused with me quite a bit, that people think I'm a motivational speaker. Motivation is where you go to one of those conferences, and they get you all pumped up and all G'd up, and you're bouncing off the ceiling. And then you go home, and you deflate, and nothing really changes for you. I teach people real hands-on strategy, skills, and tools that when you put them into action, you're going to get some real long-lasting results in your life. Now, how many people came because you want some better results in your life? Say yes. Excellent. How many people came today because Dr. Phil's not on? Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So I'm going to work with some real strategies, some real skills and tools. Who here would like to learn some strategies on how to make some more money? Say yes. Now, if you didn't say yes, it means you have way too much money. You're going to buy everybody else lunch today. How many people would like to work on some strategies to increase the level of your health and fitness? Say yes. Yay! How about work on your relationship? You guys aren't that committed on the relationship thing. Just by a show of hands, who here actually has a relationship? Who here wants a relationship? And who here with a relationship wants to give it to someone who wants it? Excellent. Well, we're going to work on all of those strategies because that's what I call holistic success. That means having success in all areas of your life, because truly, what's the point of being rich if you're sick? I worked with a woman in Harvey Bay. She won $1 million in the lottery. Who'd be excited about winning $1 million? Yeah, she found out the same week she has terminal cancer and was given only 2 months to live. Now, I can see some of your faces doing the math going, wow, 2 months, $1 million, shopping spree. It's not really what you think. And really, what's the point of being wealthy if you're lonely? See, loneliness is the #1 disease on the planet. It's about having everything you want, having a holistically successful life. That's true success. You can have everything that you want in your life. And in order to be great and successful in everything that you want in life, you have to be great at... Who's excited? Right? Or some people are going, all right. Other people are like, oh, man. And it's not what you think. I was born and raised in the city of, well, if you can tell by my accent, East Brisbane. It's over by the GABA. I was born and raised in Chicago, and Chicago is known as the Windy City. Yet it's not the Windy City because of the wind. It's actually the hot air the politicians blow out of their mouth. That's where the name comes from. Yet we do have a wind known as the Hawk. Now, the Hawk is a wind that comes down the Great Lakes system. Now, Lake Michigan is about 250 miles long, 45 miles across. When the wind comes down, the only thing that stops it is the city of Chicago. And then there's these big high-rise buildings. As that wind comes through those buildings, it's like a wind tunnel. Now, if your job or your mission in life is to get down to the end of the street, that's your goal, as you're walking, you're going to feel some pressure on your body, a lot of pressure. Matter of fact, in the wintertime, they string up ropes along the sidewalk so people can literally pull themselves down the street. Some people are blowing in the wind like laundry, you know. It's that intense. And so if you're strong, you can literally make it to the end of the street. You're going to feel some pressure on your body, but you can make it to the end. If you're a little weaker, you see people getting pushed back, and if you're very weak, you see people literally getting thrown back onto their backside. Well, going for your goals and dreams in life is really the same thing. In order to have your goals and dreams, you have to have, I told you it wasn't what you think, you have to have strength. Because as you go for your goals and dreams in life, there is going to be pressure. It's what I call perturbation, is you're going to be forced to go through challenges in life in order to prepare yourself for that next level that you want to go to. So you have to be strong. Also, when you're strong, you no longer buy into the hallucination that the outside environment is dictating how you feel. So you got the GEC. Ooh, I'd be more afraid of the KFC than the GFC. That will kill you faster. You know, we have these things in the media, and they want to scare us, and, you know, this happens, and that's set back. And so if you buy into that, it will literally make you weak And because you're saying, hey, that's creating this in me, and that's making me feel that way, and all of a sudden you just don't have that same drive to go get what you want to get in life. So in order to be totally successful, holistically successful, you have to have strength, and you have to be strong in 4 separate muscle groups. Those muscle groups are physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Those are your 4 main muscle groups that you need to be strong in. And if one of those muscle groups is not strong, well, the weak link of the chain is going to give up. So you have to be strong in all 4 of these areas. And in order to be strong, you have to exercise. All of a sudden, the sex thing doesn't really fit the way you thought it was going to fit. You have to exercise these 4 main muscle groups, and you have to do it every day. You have to work on your muscle groups every day. So how do we do exercises for physical? Okay, well, hit the gym, sports, dance, swim, run, walk, water intake, good eating regime. Anybody have any questions on that one? Nobody raises their hands and go, oh no, everybody understand that's how you exercise physically? Yes? Interesting that 65% of this country is overweight and out of shape. Now, even if you didn't know that, the exercise regularly and eat better quality of food, all you got to do is watch TV, and you got all those commercials for the Abdur and the Abdominizer and the bed punch, and they also have a new one. It's called the Ab Lounge. Now, this one's really good. There's a place for your chips and your remote, and you just sit there. My abs must be working. I don't know what happens, but we all know what to do, but most people aren't doing what they know. Does that make sense? It's the people who take action that get rewards that the other people don't get. Just a little bit. But here you have to do this. And a lot of people say, but I don't have time. I don't have time to do this. Okay. That's like saying, I'm so busy flying my plane that I don't have any time to put fuel in it. Now, you're guaranteed to crash if that's your motto in life. So you have to do these exercises. Physical, mental. Your mind's a muscle. You have to work those muscles every day. So how do we work the mental muscle? Read from books. I know a great one. I would love to respond. Audio programs. Learn a foreign language. Look up a couple of vocabulary words every day and try to use those words in a sentence or in a conversation throughout the day. Do something to expand your mind, and stay strong. Matter of fact, science is proving these days that people who regularly work their mind have less chance of getting dementia. See, because either in life, either you evolve or you dissolve. Nothing stays the same. So you want to keep it strong. Emotional. This is a very, very, very important muscle because we are emotional creatures, human beings. We are not as rational as we'd like to be. We're actually more emotional. Every purchase we make, matter of fact, in business, a customer doesn't buy your product, your service, or your idea. They buy the way they feel about your product, your service, and your idea. So it's all emotional. So it's a very important muscle. Now, how do we exercise it? Well, number 1, hang out with positive, happy people. Quit hanging out with pissed off, angry, negative people. Your family. I mean, look, I love my family. There's a reason I live on the other side of the world. Please don't tell them where I live. They'll try to move in with me. I love my family. I'm very different from my family. I always have been. I have always been deemed the weird one. I'm the weird one because I don't think like the rest of the tribe. I don't act like the rest of the tribe, and I certainly have some unique results that the rest of the tribe doesn't have. My own sister hasn't talked to me in like 15 years because she's upset that I'm successful. Does that upset me? No, of course not. Because she may not want to be, my family member anymore, but that doesn't mean she gets my happiness. Do you understand that? That's that emotional muscle that you have to be strong in. We've all had things in life that have let us down, that haven't turned out the way we wanted to, and yet that doesn't mean they have to get your happiness. Matter of fact, Buddha said that there is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. See, when you're happy, it's easy to go achieve. Yet a lot of people, they want the stuff in their life to make them happy. And some examples of that would be Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, Heath Ledger, Kurt Cobain, John Belushi. See, these are people that thought, when I get the success, when I have all the fame, when I have all this, then I'm going to be happy. But guess what? They got all those things and found out that that doesn't bring them happiness, that happiness is an internal choice. And now they're going, well, wait a minute. If this didn't make me happy, there's no chance for me to be happy. And so they start to try to manufacture their happiness until it destroys them. The ultimate goal, ladies and gentlemen, for everything is happiness. I mean, why do you want a nice car? Why do you want a nice house? Why do you want the partner of your dreams? Why do you want to be successful? Because you think it's going to make you happy. Well, guess what? Go for happiness first, and the rest is easy to achieve. And so this is a very important muscle. Also, do things nice for yourself. Be kind to yourself. Quit beating yourself up so much. Instead, acknowledge yourself for what you're doing approximately right. Pat yourself on the back for everything. Skip. If you're in a bad mood, it's impossible to stay in a bad mood when you skip. Now, if you try it and you're staying in a bad mood, it looks like this. But if you actually do it, it's impossible to stay in a bad mood. So those are one of exercises. And the last one that I really find very powerful is called reframing, which is very easily asking a very, very powerful question, which is, what's great about this? So no matter what situation you're going through, you ask yourself, what's great about this? And you can use this anywhere, anytime. I'll give you a great example of it. A few years ago, they diagnosed my father, who was my hero, with cancer. Now, they said, you're going to make it. He's going to make it. He's going to be fine. About a week later, they said, we made a mistake. This is going to be terminal. So I'm talking to my father literally every day as he's going through these things and everything. They gave him 6 months to live. That week, I book a flight home. Now, I'm going to be on Sunrise in Sydney that week, so I book it for the day after. The day before sunrise, I get a phone call in the middle of the night, and they say, your father's going to die tonight. And I said, no, he's not. I just talked to him about 6 hours ago. That's impossible. You're sounding fine. They said, he took a turn for the worst. He's going to die tonight. I said, it's my dad. He's Superman. Dads don't die, you know. Anyways, he said, Kurek, face the fact. I said, I'd like to talk to my dad. They said, he's too weak. I said, please put my dad on the phone. Is he conscious and awake? And they said, yes. He'll know it's you, but he probably won't be able to answer back. So I got my dad on the phone. I said, Dad, it's me. We don't have a lot of time right now. I will always love you. I will always make you proud. Surrender and go to peace. My father smiled. He closed his eyes and passed away. Care nurse got on the phone. She said, your father just passed away. You're the last person who talked to him. And he knew it was you, and he smiled, and he passed away. And I said, great. Hung up the phone. The first thing I asked myself is, what's great about this? Well, my dad died when I was 44, not 4 or 4 months. I had a great relationship with my father. You know, I got to have those final words with my dad. My dad got to go to the grave watching his son be a success. My dad actually took me out of the will, and my stepmom called me up to say, hey, I feel bad to tell you this. Your dad took you out of the will. And how many people here would be upset if your family took you out of the will? I was excited. See, because to me, it means that my dad knew I didn't need it. And when I talked to my stepmom, that's what she said. She said, yeah, I didn't know how to tell you that, but your dad said you're so successful that you won't need what I have to give you. So, you know, he gave it all to my stepmom. And I said, that's the way I want it to be anyways. So what's great about this works in every situation in life, and it will literally turn over to the other side of the coin of what you're looking at, from anything negative to something feeling good, and emotionally you get strong again. So we understand the exercise for this. And spiritual. Now, spiritual is not religion. Spiritual is connecting to source, to be one with the Spirit, right? That's what spiritual is about. And I'm not a religious person, yet the Bible says if you do not know love, you do not know God, because God is love. Well, that means the most powerful force in the universe is love. And if you ever study human beings and the ones who have achieved the greatest amount, they've always been the ones who have used love as their driving force, the love of their children, the love of their partner, country, cause, mankind, something. You know, they use that power to make us superhuman. So it is the most powerful force in the universe. And if you really want to be spiritual, well, that comes through self-love. See, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest challenge that human beings face in every situation in our life is a self-love issue.
See, because if you really loved yourself more, you wouldn't allow yourself to stay poor, you wouldn't be fat, you wouldn't rip somebody else off, you wouldn't smoke cigarettes. I mean, even a smoker would never stick a cigarette in their infant baby's face, because you go, why wouldn't you? I mean, you smoking it, because I love my baby. I would never do that. But they'll do it to themselves. See, that's a self-love issue. So in order to connect the source, that means we have to amplify our own self-love. And that's what it's all about. And so how do you exercise that muscle? Well, first, every morning, get to the mirror, look at yourself eye to eye, and go, I love you. I love hanging out with you. Yeah, you've messed up a few times in life. You're still awesome. Love you. Fantastic. It works. I know it seems weird. It really works. See, because we've been trained that to love yourself is egotistical. I'm going to tell you to not love yourself is egotistical, because E-G-O, edging God out. You're separating yourself from the oneness, which is the ultimate called love. So amplify your self-love. Be kind to yourself. Quit beating yourself up over things. You know, forgive yourself. Understand that you're doing the very best you can with the skills and tools you have, and you're working on yourself to make yourself even better. Does it make sense, everybody? Yep. So exercise that. And the last letter, anybody want to know what X stands for? No, sorry. My head was off in the clouds here. Excitement. You have to do it with passion and enthusiasm. You have to do your exercise with passion and enthusiasm. A gentleman named Wallace D. Wattles in 1907 wrote a book called The Science of Getting Rich. And he said that getting rich is not the result of doing certain things. It's doing things in the certain way. The certain way that he's talking about is with passion and enthusiasm. Anything you've ever been great at in life, those are the things that you were most passionate about. Right? So if you're not great at it, get passionate and you get great. The root word of enthusiasm is entheos. In Greek, that means the God within. So as you can see, you have a little more power on your side when you're passionate and enthusiastic. And that's the way you have to go at it every day. Work on your muscles, because then these are what I call your success muscles. You get stronger and stronger every day. You vibrate a different energy, and things start to show up. So I have one question before I go, and that is, how many people here believe in your heart and soul that you're a very good person? Say yes. Yep. So if a good friend of yours lent you a car, a really nice car, BMW, Ferrari, Mercedes-Benz, and they went away for a while, and they asked you to take care of their car as they went away for a while, when they came back asking back for their car, how many people here would make the attempt to give them back their car in the same shape, if not better, than the way it was given to you? How many people would do it? I knew you would. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the vehicle your Creator gave you to house your soul through your adventure through life. So when you're asked back for it at the end of your adventure, at the end of your journey, make sure that it's in the same shape, if not better, than the way it was given to you. And I'm very honored to be in your presence. And remember that all your dreams come true when you make the decision to make them come true. God bless. Thanks for having me. Thank you.